about going outside.
It can be a great time to stay inside, watch a movie. Here with his summer-inspired picks from Paul's Trip to the Movie. Say hi to Paul McGuire Grimes. All right, Paul, let's start with an absolute John Candy classic, The Great Outdoors.
This is from 1988. It's written by John Hughes, and John Candy wants to take his family to this lodge, and then what happens when his obnoxious brother-in-law, played by Dan Aykroyd, shows up unexpected.
Friends had recommended this for a long time. We had never seen it. We watched it a couple years ago and laughed throughout the whole darn thing.
I mean, if you think that, like, Vacation and What About Bob are funny, like, if you own a cabin, you will just love and appreciate the humor in this. And I think that there's so many people out there that don't remember who John Candy is, and he's just like this big, lovable teddy bear, and then the comedy comes from how angry he gets with Dan Aykroyd's character.
Yes. I've never seen this movie.
Funny.
This is one I need to watch.
You guys would like it.
Yeah.
It's just silly 80s humor. Like, it's such a throwback.
Okay, that's really good.
Yes.
Next up, what else do you want us to watch?
This is Wet Hot American Summer from 2001. Paul Rudd, Elizabeth Banks, Bradley Cooper, Amy Poehler, Molly Shannon as camp counselors on the last day of camp, and how they basically all just given up at this point. So long before many of them kind of got the star power that they had.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's now streaming on Netflix. This has become such a cult classic that Netflix rebooted it in 2015 for a TV series with the same cast as a prequel, and then again in 2017 as a 10 years later series.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, so if you like Meatballs or Stripes, it's very inspired by those movies. So it's over-the-top characters, it's ridiculous, it's kind of stupid funny, but it's a treat.
Okay.
And especially to see all these actors kind of before their prime. Yeah.
That is good. And these are good cabin recommendations,
easy
rainy
cabin
day at the
movies.
cabin
Absolutely.
recommendations that are just fun, and they have that old school vibe, which is what you want at the cabin.
And you don't want to think.
Our final option not only ruined swimming in the ocean for sure, it also, at least in my childhood, ruined swimming in pools because I was always so terrified of what if a shark got in here? You say watch Jaws.
I mean, I could not have come on the show for summer movies and not talk about my favorite summer movie. It's Jaws.
No.
1975. Steven Spielberg was 27 years old when he made this.
No.
Gosh.
He had done a couple of TV projects, a couple of movies, and this really put him on the map. They shot it on Martha's Vineyard. It was the first movie that was actually shot in the ocean because Spielberg wanted it there in the action. And what's so scary is that you actually don't see the shark until much later on in the movie.
Right.
But how he crafts the tension, the suspense, the John Williams score that you know from 2 Notes that has now ruined everyone. If you've never seen it on the big screen, you can go to the Riverview this summer, July 26th through 27th, part of their late night series. Tickets are $3.
Wow.
It is iconic. That's
a fun reason to go there. And they have real butter on their popcorn at the Riverview. You know I love
big
to sing
fan of real butter,
of them.
of course.
Real butter. Paul, great.
Paulie, thanks, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Happy
you.
summer movie watching. You can visit Paul's website. It's paulstriptothemovies.com for more movie reviews. And you can listen to Paul. He's on the Colleen and Bradley Show on My Talk 1071 every Friday. He also has a YouTube channel. It's conveniently called Paul's Trip to the Movies.